Have you ever been sexually harassed by Shaun White?
No, but he did drop in on me.
It's okay. Our boy Alex Martin has continually sprayed him at least once a year for the last 4 or 5 years.
Tough, dude.
Right?
Hard. Boycott a case from his bandmate.
Drummer.
The
drummer chick. Yeah,
the drummer chick.
Well, it's funny because the first time she tried to sue him, it was for breach of contract and failure to pay. And then she switched lawyers and suddenly it was sexual harassment. So, and he said he was going to fight this to the bitter end, and now they settled out of court, which it's Shaun. He's got money.
Yeah, I guess it must have been.
But that's the truth about lawsuits. You just throw money at it, and that goes away.
Does that band? They're pretty big. Do they have money, or are they like paid out?
They're awful.
They're awful. Uh-oh.
I don't think they have as much money as Shaun has money.
I
don't even think that the musicians in the band really make. It's
famous people in bands. It's tough.
They're like studio musicians traveling. It's like Shaun White and then these studio musicians.
Yeah. I know they played some festivals and this and that, so they get like that kind
festivals
of
festivals that Shaun White owns.
Really?
You're in Style.
Yeah, he played that one, but I know they did like Coachella.
They did play Coachella.
Like I don't know if they played this year.
So maybe he was going to play the fire festival down in Jamaica with Ja Rule.
Right.
Fucking got trapped in the Bahamas. That was a clusterfuck. But
dude.
yeah.
So, caught a case, settled out of court. Tough stuff, man. You never want to...
It's okay. Shaun White's a dick.
Oh, man. He's sending pictures of his dick, or maybe someone else's dick, was the root of this case, is what I understand. There was some dick pics involved. You never want to send
don't
phalluses or any kind of,
See, that's why I have a little, whenever I'm joking around with anyone, I have a little hand drawing of a penis squirting, and it says dick pic, and I send that to someone. I was like, here's a little dick pic. And it's a little dick, and I was like, it's a little dick pic for you.
A little dick pic
Little dick pic for you. And that's where I leave it at. I'm like, there you go.
You always want to take a second before hitting send, and you can't take it back. And there's a certain we need to uphold.
The internet never forgets.
It never forgets, and you gotta uphold
the cloud. The cloud holds everything.
Yes, we're trying to keep a certain level of class involved with this social media realm. And if you're not part of the solution, then you're part of the problem. No,
Shaun's definitely part of the problem.
Oh, Shawnee boy, how can you have that much money and fucking be that stupid with it?
Because he's an asshole. How many times have you met him?
I've never.
I've
shredded with him and gave him the "What's up, Shaun? Good to meet you." I've seen him over the years in Breck many times, and I think
First time I met him, he was 13. Then he was 16. Then 19, and now he's whatever he is, almost 30.
Yeah.
And dude, it's like a steady progression of how much of an asshole he has become. Like I love people that are like, money doesn't change people. Bullshit. Bullshit. Yeah. Money changes people. I've got a little bit of money right now because, I'm not starving and dying. I'm a bigger dick than I was when I was starving.
Yeah.
No, money changes people.
Oh, man, but who knows? That sounds like that chick could be scandalous, trying to money.
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing that I wonder. Is when the first lawsuit says it's just for breach of contract. Okay, I can understand a breach of contract. You have a contract. You're supposed to get paid X number of money.
Mm-hmm.
I have had this happen to me where I have not been paid. I've been fucked over.
Oh, it makes you vicious.
It makes you angry.
It makes you vicious.
And you learn from it. And you make sure that you have a solid contract and everything like that. But so to see that she changed it from suddenly being, you owe me money to, and you sexually harassed me. And when she did the sexual harassment, that's suddenly when everyone starts paying attention in the media. And that's how you win. It's a war of the media. And if you can get the media on your side and play the victim, you will win. That's something I fucking hate lawsuits. I think they're stupid. Especially the amount of times I've been threatened to be sued running angry.
Yeah, I bet.
It was great. Well, the best was when White Lines, they were the last ones to threaten to sue me after they plagiarized me. Yeah, fuck you guys. Sam McMahon can go suck a dick, stealing articles from me.
It seems like they never work in the favor of...
the best part was they were threatening me, and basically I just said, okay, sue me. I straight up told them, I was like, come to America and sue me. Yeah. No one wants to deal with it. And I love their argument when I told them, I was like, you plagiarized me.
Yeah.
And they tried to argue with me that they didn't. I was like, you legitimately plagiarized me. And that's how it was. And this was their argument. They're like, we're a big company and we have way more lawyers than you. First, they tried to be like, we're snowboarders, man. We didn't know. And I was like, no, dude, you knew. This is just poor ethics, and you have a shitty publication, which they do. Their publication sucks ass. I can't wait for it to go under. I keep waiting and watching, and for some reason they keep it afloat. And their argument was, well, we have more lawyers than you. I was like, okay, bring it. What? I
lawyer up.
I straight up told them, I was like, bring it. Just bring it. I don't care. Every time that I have been threatened to be sued for something I've done with anger, I'm like, bring a lawyer. Bring your lawyer. Yeah. Bring it. Bring it. The threat of a lawsuit doesn't scare me. Until I actually get process served, that I am getting sued, get a writ, get anything like that, fuck it.
It's like a punch in the face. It's like the threat is just a threat. It doesn't scare.
Yeah.
Put it in motion and then we can...
I feel like people are just too ready to be sue crazy over everything stupid. It's like, usually if you talk it out, you can do it. I mean, there's a few times I thought about lawyering up when I didn't get paid, and I looked at the cost of the lawyer versus what I'd get out. It just wasn't worth it, so I just said, fuck it, and if anyone asks, I will straight up tell them why I think company X or person X completely sucks. And you know what? That's fully in my right, and then if I get sued for libel or slander, fuck it, I'll deal with it. But, yeah, it's funny. I don't know, knowing Shaun outside of, like, superstar Shaun, he's kind of an asshole. Did he sexually harass her? Maybe. Or he just did a joke that was in poor taste.
Right.
And that's kind of,
Oh, matters of the heart. Flirting and sexual harassment.
I don't think he was flirting with her, but I think he was like, she's one of the guys.
Oh, yeah, bandmate stuff.
Yeah, well, I mean...
Tough, you bring a girl in the band.
Well, how many chicks do you know that you snowboard with that you treat like one of the guys?
I mean, there's...
there's a lot,
there's still the... Yes, they're the fair. They're the fair.
The fair sex.
I like to always think about him as this is an awesome ripping chick, and I never.
Well, I know, but when I'm cracking all sorts of jokes, because I'm horrible. Every one of my friends will openly admit I am the most politically incorrect person on the planet.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
As I refer to Carlo, my Carlo, I'm like my Oriental friend over there. They're just like, you just called him an Oriental. I mean, come on. I run it.
Color commentary.
I mean, come on. We have a video series called Ask a Black Stone.
Yeah, which I love.
It's so politically incorrect.
So much.
So you do that, and I can understand when you get caught up. There are times afterwards I'm like, oh, I definitely easily offended that woman. I said something I probably shouldn't have. But I make no apologies for how I do things. It's just how I am going to be. I don't take offense to it. And the funny thing was, I was talking to my friend Ted, who Ben Dixon, who started Snow Dice.
Yeah.
And he came out of the closet to me, and it was one of the funniest things. I was in the middle of a story, and he just blurts out, he's like, I fuck dudes. And I just look at him and go, that's nice. I'm in the middle of something here, and go right back to what I'm doing. Totally defeat. Like, he's building up to, like, I'm going to tell my friend that I'm gay, and his response was, that's cool. I'm in the middle of something. We'll deal with this later. And so afterwards I ask him, and I go, dude, do you find offense to anything in how I say stuff if I'm like, that's gay? Stop it. When I say stuff. And this is exactly what he said. He goes, no. Because at the end of the day, I know when you say it, you're the type of guy that if someone came up and was like, you're a cocksucker and you're a fag, you would punch them in the throat and not think twice. And I was like, oh yeah, no, exactly. That's just who I am. I'm from, like, I'm in that.
You have the friends in those spots, so you're like, I have these friends. Like, you can check my backstory. Like, I'm not making fun of them. I love these people.
I'm like right there in the middle of it, and I make no apologies for how I do things in life. And if you take offense to that, that's your sensibilities. Yeah. But if you know me, then you understand that, like, no matter what, I will have your back if I like you, and you're like what I consider in there. And it's
the true nature of friendship. But is just that.
Well, I remember one of my friends one time. She was going to introduce me to some people, and this is exactly what she told me. She's like, "You're going to meet Avran. He's probably going to offend you. It's not personal. He's just going to do this." It's kind of a test of your character to see how you react, and he's fine.
If you were packaged, it would say, take with grain of salt.
Take with grain of salt. Parental advisory probably will offend you.
Warm up slowly.
Yes.
take with grain of salt.
Yes.
Exactly. Refrigerate after opening.
Yes. Yeah. So I don't know with the lawsuit thing. If she was owed money, I understand why she did it.
Yeah.
Was she sexually harassed? It's still up in the air. I mean, Shaun's a dick, and I can say that. I've met him numerous times. I remember the whole fiasco here in Breckenridge, and I know the true story, not the published story.
Yeah, Shaun, shouldn't have shit on our fucking hallways in our hotels.
Stop stealing axes off fire trucks or.
But and then there's the famous in the early days of snowboarding, lawless.
We're rebels, and that's the whole thing.
That was like a little kid.
Yeah, and that's the whole thing.
A little kid trash.
You look at the stars of snowboarding now, and they are fucking vanilla compared to the idols we had
exactly. That's what I mean. Like Shaun, yeah.
And it's good to see a little rebellious nature every now and then. I still keep that around and do things. I mean, that's why I run Angry.
Yeah, I believe in it. I believe in the.
You got to be a little rebellious here and there, and remind people that we are the outlaws of the slopes. So. Shaun, it sucks you had to pay it out.
Maybe it's booze. Just watch out boozing, man.
You booze, you lose.
When you booze, you lose. I don't drink, and
I can't drink.
You can't drink, and you are responsible for your actions pretty much always. And shit,
Who knows? But yeah, so the Shaun White.
I don't know Shaun personally, and I feel for the guy. I'm glad they got that figured out.
Yeah, he can move on and try to concentrate on beating North Korea at the Olympics this year.
Yeah, man, and
which
fucking that's that weird feeling of what do I do when I idolize somebody's talents on a board, but I can't agree with the Gator,
Well, it's kind of
the skateboard Gator who murdered his girlfriend.
Yeah, it's kind of like when I found out that Kevin Jones was an anti-vaxxer. I was just like, I'm just
an anti-vaxxer. What's that?
They don't like to vaccinate their children.
Oh, okay.
Because measles, mumps, and polio are totally things we need to bring back to the society.
I know. It's like fuck, I like this guy for his athletic ability, but
Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson. It's classic.
Michael Jackson's a good example.
Good example.
Just so famous that it
musically talented. Diddle little children. And believe me, we did a whole episode on Ask a Black Snowboarder about this.
I idolize Mike. I love Mike in the era of entertainment. He's the king of pop.
Yeah.
He's the king. I used to dance like Mike in my living room, and I fucking want to snowboard like Mike, and is the entertainment of value.
Right.
He's the man. But yeah, it's fuck. What do we do now? Oh, shit.
Yeah, that's just the way the cookie
But
crumbles.
watch Shaun ride the half pipe at Vail at the U.S. Open, and it's that's amazing.
It's okay. Shit, I'm gonna ask Marcus what his thoughts are on Shaun White settling his lawsuit. I'm sure he's got some fine opinions.
Yeah, on the boy,
since he used to actually compete against him. But we're gonna go cut into our next segment here. So maybe I'll shove a commercial in. Maybe I won't. You never know.